Hi everyone, in this video we will be talking about the kind of spouse you will get through Vedic astrology. The seventh house usually is seen for determining the spouse and their personality traits along with the physical appearance. In this video we will be talking about the D1 natal chart of Vedic astrology and how you can see the kind of spouse you'll get. So here I have a demo of a kundli design wherein you can see how a kundli looks like. So if you see, this is a D1 chart and you have your rising in the first house, and the seventh house is where you look at when you want to know how your spouse is going to be like. Now, in astrology, there are different ways to decode how your spouse is going to be and your relationship and bond with your spouse. When we look at the details of your marriage and your married life and the chemistry or bond between your spouse, then we dive into the D9. That is way deeper and it deals with the nitty gritties of your marriage. But in general, we do look at the D1 chart, and the seventh house of your D1 chart is usually looked at to determine the physical appearance of your spouse and how your spouse is going to be like. The seventh house of D1 also shows the kind of partners you are attracted towards or the kind of relationships you have. It shows what do you get out of the partnership. Is partnership beneficial for you, or how the things would turn out once you get into a relationship, right? And remember, seventh house is the person in front of you. So the people that you are drawn towards are also reflecting your seventh house. So in this video we will be covering the D1 natal chart, and now just remember that in this video we will be talking about your spouse or the potential partners that you can get in your life based on your sign of the seventh house. So the predictions here would only be based on the signs and not the planets. So if let's say you are an Aries, right? So you'll naturally have the seventh house of Libra. If you have Taurus as your rising sign, then you naturally would have Scorpio in your seventh house. So let us see how signs play an important role in determining the personality and appearance of your spouse. So let us start with the very first sign of today, that is the Aries sign. So if you're an Aries rising, this will be applicable to you. So all the Aries rising would naturally have the seventh house of Libra. So seventh house would be ruled by the sign of Libra when it comes to Aries rising. That means the seventh house will naturally have the energy of Venus, since your seventh house would have an energy of the planet Venus. So that means the partners of Aries risings would be naturally charming, attractive, and might have a lot of admirers. There is definitely a lot of chemistry when it comes to your relationship. The major aspect here is that your partner would be there to balance your masculinity. So a major lesson that is to learn in your partnership is your spouse would be there to balance you out. You being an Aries would be more into taking impulsive decisions, rash decisions. Your partner being the Libra descendant would be there to balance you out. In general, Aries rising do get a partner that are naturally attractive. They have a good sense of fashion, and arts, creativity comes naturally to them. Another very important trait your partners will have is diplomacy. Creative expression and being diplomatic in a group setting is something that your partner will possess. Being an Aries, you would be the one who is more blunt and might have a tendency to be on the extremes or act on the extremes. However, your partner would be the one to teach you the middle ground. Your partner would help you understand other person's perspective as well. Now, the partner of an Aries ascendant may be someone who gets tan very easily. They may have a skin tone that is somewhere between light or wheatish. Now again, remember, when it comes to skin tone or the appearance, they usually depend a lot on the planets as well. If moon is influencing your seventh house, then there is a chance of the person that you end up marrying can be of lighter skin tone. And Navamsha chart again plays another very important role in determining your appearance of the spouse. Another thing you'll see being an Aries ascendant, that your partner will bring out the soft side in you. Your partner also will love the ideas of romance and getting together with people. Your partner can have a personality that is very pleasing. When it comes to making a deal or making a partnership deed, your partner should be the one handling such issues since they are better at diplomacy and coming to a win win situation or a win win outcome. In certain cases, your partner can teach you patience and giving space in a relationship. Being an Aries rising, you might be the one who is overly into your partner's life. Your partner at times can find that a bit overbearing. Your partner will be someone who enjoys their space and time. Along with this, your partner can be a true supporter of equality and justice. They like the idea of treating people equally. Injustice is something that they do not tolerate at all. More traits of your partner can be unlocked by looking at the position of Venus, the house it's placed in, and the sign it is placed in. But in general, Aries do get a partner that is warm, friendly, romantic, someone who balances you out, and this is why Aries have a good time with their spouse. There is also a difference of pace that Aries can find with their spouse. Usually, Aries people are more into sports, they are more fast moving, and your partner might like to take things slower than your pace. Romantic expression and going out is something your partner enjoys. So, passion and romance is something that is naturally there in your relationship because of the Mars and Venus dynamic. That was for you, Aries rising. Now, let's move on to the next sign. For Taurus rising, the 7th house falls in the sign of Scorpio. That means 7th house is naturally ruled by the energy of Mars. For Taurus ascendants, usually they get a spouse or they run into a partner that is secretive and intense in their nature. The physical feature of your partner can be someone who has a poker face. It is difficult to decode the emotions of your partner by just looking at them. Your partner can be good at hiding emotions or in general will have an aura that is very mysterious. However, just because your partner's face is not easy to read, do remember that Scorpio is one of the most intense signs. So your partner will be someone who has deep emotions, deep feelings, and deep sense of loyalty. Once they express, it can be too much to handle. The intensity at times can also be a little frightening for you. Being a Taurus, you seek stability in relationships. However, remember that since you have Scorpio in your 7th house, your partner will have deep, intense emotions, which means they can take things easily to their heart. They might not show it, but once they feel emotionally hurt, it's so deep that it is difficult for them to move on. Your partner might be someone who has come from a rough past or they have been through a lot of things. Transformation is something that is a part of their life. Your partner will be very good at reading people and knowing the true intentions behind their masks. Since Scorpios have a deep sense of loyalty, they can be too protective over you. And you, being a Taurus, can be stubborn and dominating at times. This leads to friction or power struggle between the two. You, being a Taurus, would be more attracted towards makeup and fashion. Your partner, being a Scorpio, would have more interest in occults, mysticism, or anything that is not easy to understand. Possessiveness is something that you have to look out for. You, being a Taurus, can also be very possessive of your partner at times. Being a Taurus, you are naturally seductive and look for assurance and appreciation from your partner. Your partner will also be someone who has a natural seduction to them. Possessiveness and jealousy is something that you need to watch out for. Your partner might be someone who likes to wear dark colored clothes. A gothy look is something that your partner really likes. They do have a mysterious look and they try to dress up in a way which makes other people think of them as intimidating and hard to decode. For your partner, it is not easy to trust. So if you feel that your partner is keeping secrets from you or they are not expressing themselves to you, you need to win their trust. Once you win their trust, Scorpios would tell you their secrets, but it is difficult to crack open this hard shell. Make sure you're being your authentic, true self to win the heart of your partner so that they can trust you with their heart. Also, do remember that your partner is someone who can easily understand if they are being manipulated, lied to, or cheated. Your partner can also be someone who is great at understanding psychology or be very interested in subjects like human psychology. They can be great detectives and spies. Dishonesty is something they hate in relationships, and they can easily understand if they are being lied to or being dishonest to. The best advice for you, Taurus, here is that just be your true, loyal, authentic self to your spouse. If you try to hide things from your spouse, they will easily get to know. Devotion and loyalty is something that your spouse appreciates, and they can even take a bullet for you if you are loyal and devoted towards them. Also, your spouse does not trust people easily and might question the intentions of other people. So, trust has to be established gradually in the relationship. However, once the trust established is strong enough, it is deep and unshakable. Let's start with Gemini ascendants. So, for Gemini ascendant, the seventh house is ruled by the sign of Sagittarius, that is ruled by Jupiter. So, you can seek a partner who is naturally learned, wise, and knowledgeable. They have certain principles and morals in life. For Geminis, they usually seek a partner that has a long term vision. For Geminis, they usually want a best friend like relationship, but at the same time, they want the partner to plan of their future. They are attracted to someone who have a future plan and can help them bring solutions. You naturally tend to attract a partner who stands out from the crowd. You seek a partner that is inspirational and help you attain growth and prosperity in career. Your partner can be highly interested in philosophy, law, and higher learning. Your partner can have strong point of view and strong principles in certain areas of life. While you desire a partner who is a best friend of you, but at the same time you desire someone who guides you in times of needs and crisis. Your partner might not be the biggest fan of gossip and small talks. However, you and your partner can have different way of thinking or different perspectives in life. You being a Gemini would want to talk about anything under the sun, be it gossip or be it an important issue. The partner on the other hand would be someone who is more inclined towards discussing important and more relevant things in life. Spouse can also have a natural quality of being a teacher or a guide, where they can influence people through their actions, speech, or their knowledge. At times, Gemini ascendants can find these perspectives to be burdensome or boring. The reason behind that usually is Geminis like to talk about everything under the sun, wherein it can be a light-hearted conversation as well. Sagittarius tends to funnel it down to the relevant points, and that is where arguments may happen. But overall, a very talkative and active relationship can be seen with Geminis. At times, cultural difference can also be seen with partners of Gemini ascendants. You or your partner can be from different cultural background or different ethnicities. Long distance relationship can also be a possibility. However, the position of Jupiter has to be seen in the chart of the native. Spouse can also be interested in banking, teaching, learning, depending upon the sign of Jupiter. You can learn a lot of things through your partners, and a dynamic of teacher-student relation can also be seen in your partnership. For Cancer rising, the seventh house falls in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn, which shows responsibility, stability, and being practical. Cancer ascendants seek stability in a relationship. Cancerians do understand the fact that they are emotional, and to balance these emotions, they would want a partner who is stable and gives them security. The traits of your partner is someone who is responsible, mature, and professional in their workspace. Emotionally, your partner can be someone who is more stable than you. When it comes to the physical appearance of your partner can have partnerships for you may seem like a responsibility. At times, you might feel the partner is not emotionally expressive, but security and stability comes through relationship. Partner can be hardworking and dedicated. They are not afraid to take responsibilities. However, the position of Saturn would determine further traits of the partner, and things can alter. Your partner will have a practical approach in life. They know how to deal with clients, and in professional sphere, they might be someone who is firm in their approach. Your partner might be someone who is good with working with other people. Your partner can tend to balance you when you get over emotional. Your partner may help you to see the real picture of things with a practical perspective and at the same time balance your emotions. You, on the other hand, can make your partner look at things from the perspectives of emotions. When it comes to Leos, your seventh house has the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and co ruled by Rahu. Your partner can be someone who is highly intellectual. However, they might not be easily understandable. Your partner can be highly intuitive as well. They can perceive things which others cannot. Your partner can be someone who looks as aloof or isolated. However, they are very emotional and can have abandonment issues as well. Once your partner gets attached, it is difficult for them to let go. Humanity is something that comes naturally to your partner. Your partner can be interested in artificial intelligence or new age technology. You and your partner can have interest in politics, but at the same time have a different perspective. Social service is something that your partner can be inclined towards. At times, you can think of your partner to be a little unpredictable since it is difficult to decode their behavior. Your partner can also be interested in law and legal services. For the sign of Virgo, your seventh house is ruled by Pisces. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. With this placement, your partner will be someone who has a dreamy look. They might be people who like to live in their bubble. Your partner can be someone who is soft spoken and soft hearted. They do tend to take emotions to their heart quite quickly. Your spouse will have a natural calming energy to them. They have a natural innocence to them which might be very appealing to you. However, since you are a Virgo, you look at things from a perspective of rationality and logic. At times, you may feel the partner is way too dreamy and impractical. The partner at times can be someone who is not easy to understand because of their aloof nature or isolated daydreaming. However, your partner would be someone who is very dedicated, devoted, and can be spiritual with divine qualities as well. They dream for an ideal marriage or ideal partnership. You, on the other hand, would be wanting to take things from a rational point of view with perfectionism. Spirituality comes naturally and easily to your partner. They can be overthinkers, however, they are the most sensitive souls ever. Your partner may be someone who hates the idea of argument or fights. They appreciate peace and divinity. They can be the calmness to your chaotic world. They might look younger than their age. When it comes to Libra, the sign of Aries falls in the seventh house. This means the seventh house is ruled by Mars. For Libra rising, a natural passion and chemistry is something that they experience in their relationships. The partner would be someone who will be well built and can be very masculine. They can be someone on a top position or well to do in their work. They can be sporty and assertive. However, your partner can be too much engrossed in your life. Being a Libra, you might like to balance your life out and seek a midway approach. Your partner can be someone who can be on the extremes. You might have to balance your partner out. The partner can be someone very physically active, protective, and even possessive at times. You can expect a partner who wants to go out and fight for you. You might attract a person who looks like a tough guy but can be a softie on the inside. Once they trust you, they show you their true inner feminine side as well. At times, they can be short-tempered. However, planets in the seventh house will also determine and change the dynamic of the relationship. For example, if let's say Sun is there in the seventh house in Aries, partner can be dominating. Can be a father figure who is there to guide you, but can be overpowering as well. However, if let's say a soft planet like Moon sits in the seventh house in Aries, then the partner can be like a parent figure to you, who is caring towards you and at the same time share a childlike bond with you. In general, Libra ascendants do enjoy a good passionate relationship with their spouse. They do enjoy romance and good chemistry with their spouse. When it comes to the sign of Scorpio, the sign of Taurus falls in the seventh house, which is ruled by Venus. They can get a partner who is into fashion, nail art, skincare, makeup. They do attract a partner that is stable, but at the same time, the partner can be stubborn. The partner is seductive and can have beautiful eyes. The partner will be good at managing work affairs as well as home affairs. Minor frictions or changes in life cannot shake your spouse. Your spouse is loyal and earthy, however, there can be issues of possessiveness and jealousy. At times, you might feel that the spouse is trying to dominate you. Your spouse can be someone who is fond of jewelries and fine dining. They like the ideas of going into social gatherings and having to meet new people. The position and sign of Venus will give a much more detailed analysis of the partner traits of Scorpio rising. For Sagittarius, the 7th house is ruled by Gemini. Your partner can be youthful, young looking, and lively. Your partner can have great sense of humor and acting talents. There can be two sides to your partner. One can be serious and workaholic, and the other side can be a fun-loving, light-hearted person. Your partner can be talkative, and the bond that you share with your spouse is something like that of best friends. However, there can be differences in perspectives. Your partner can be someone who is easy to adapt into new situations and can make friends very easily. However, at times, partner can be too much curious about other people's life, or they might have a lot of interest in gossips as well. Naturally, your partner would be curious, intellectual, and full of new ideas. But you, as a Sagittarius, would need to give them constant redirections as they tend to deviate from their path. For Capricorn risings, the sign of Cancer falls in the 7th house, which is ruled by Moon. You tend to attract a partner who is motherly and nurturing in nature. They might have a lighter skin tone as compared to you. They can be sensitive, but at times overly sensitive. They might have a plump body. A Capricorn rising has it good when it comes to the relationship. Since the partner is emotionally understanding, your partner can be someone who has a good intuition. Your partner can be warm, loving, gentle, and can be fond of milk products. They seek to balance out the practical side in you by showing you the perspective of emotions. They let you embrace your emotions, which makes you feel emotionally secure in the marriage. However, a whole lot would depend on the sign that Moon is placed in. The spouse can be of a parental nature, or the mother can have a certain influence on the marriage. It all depends on the place Moon is placed in and the condition of Moon in one's native chart. When it comes to Aquarius, the 7th house is of Leo. The partner can be someone successful, famous, and popular. They can have a lot of admirers. They can come from a royal background or a background wherein the parents are in government service. Since Leo is ruled by Sun, your partner can be short-tempered at times but does have a big heart. Your partner can be into charity and may have strong political opinions. Naturally, your partner would be very creative, expressive, romantic, and good with arts and children. Freedom and self-respect is something that is important to your partner. If Sun is too strongly placed in one's chart, then at times ego issues can also become a part of the relationship. The partner can be supportive, courageous, and be well respected in their community. But at times, partner can be dominating and take things to their ego depending on the sign Sun is placed in and the position of Sun. Father or father figure may have some influence in the marriage. After getting married, your status and reputation increases in society. When it comes to Pisces rising, the 7th house is of Virgo, which means it is ruled by Mercury. Your partner can be someone young looking. They can be overly critical at times. However, they are a workaholic. They are dedicated, sincere, and strive to achieve perfectionism. The spouse can be beautiful, may have a lean body, and may look feminine, can even be shy when it comes to relationships. The expression of emotions is something that you might have to teach your partner. Your partner can be a well-strategic person who is good at making analysis and strategies. But at times they can be too nitpicky and structured. Being a Pisces rising, you might encourage your spouse to take things lightly Your partner can be someone focused on materialism and practical aspects of life. However, you being a Pisces rising will bring the calmness and divinity in their life. Your partner can be feminine and a good problem solver. The position of Mercury and the planets placed with Mercury will tell more about your spouse. That is it for this video. Thank you.